What up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm back with another video, man. And today I want to talk about a comment that I came across after watching another YouTube channel on yesterday. It was a channel by an individual who happened to be 18 years old, recently got a CDL license. Now he's working for Coca-Cola, working his first trucking job. So shout out to him, man. Congratulations on getting that CDL and getting your first trucking job at 18, man. So I'm watching this video and I'm checking out the comments, and there was a comment that stood out to me, and that's what I want to talk about today. So look, without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive into it because I want to share this with you guys. All right, so let me go ahead and read this comment. So it says, "Congrats, young man. Get some time under your belt, save your money, and get your own truck. Well done." And the content creator replied, "That's the plan. Thank you." Now this next comment is the one that really stood out. This person says, "Never get your own truck. I make almost as much as owner operators, and I don't drive for Walmart. I clear 120,000 driving as a company driver, haul and drive van. Never become an owner operator." All right. So the never become an owner operator was really the issue that I had with this particular comment. So I want to dive into that. First and foremost, man, let me just say, for anybody out there who has any dreams or aspirations to pursue something in life, I don't care what it is, never let somebody tell you to never do something or that you can't do something. I believe as human beings, we all have the ability to do anything we put our minds to, and we shouldn't set limitations on ourselves based on somebody else's experiences or what somebody else may have seen somebody else do. We can't set those limitations on ourselves, man. We have to believe in ourselves, get the proper education, the proper information, and then be willing to execute. And so I know a lot of people get into this trucking space. One of the goals that they have is to become an owner operator. And there's nothing wrong with that goal, right? If that's something that you want to pursue, definitely go for it. But before you dive into becoming an entrepreneur, definitely do your homework, do your due diligence, understand the business side of it. You don't want to jump into this business aimlessly and not having any sense of direction on where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to be doing. That's why it's so important to get the information. Check out some of these other YouTube channels of people who are actually thriving in their business, people who are actually doing the business. Do your homework, do your research, reach out to people. I think courses can be beneficial to you, but nowadays you really have to be careful. You really have to vet the individuals or individual who may have courses available before you invest in that program, because a lot of people nowadays are just putting information out there that may not be valid. So it's very important that you do your homework there too. Maybe talk to people, reach out to people who may have already taken the courses, listen to testimonials, just dive a little bit deeper on the individual that's selling a course. I'll be honest, there is a lot of free information on YouTube that can possibly get you started. You don't necessarily have to pay for information out the gate unless you want to. There's nothing wrong with investing in yourself, investing in information to really decrease your learning curve so it doesn't take you a long period of time to get into a particular industry or business. I'm all for getting information, even if you have to invest in information. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that the information is valid. When it comes to becoming an owner operator specifically, if you're new to trucking, listen, part of doing your research is learning the terminology, learning the logistics side of the business, right? When it comes to the terminology, what is a carrier? What is a shipper? What is a broker? What is a load board? What is a BOL? All these different terms that are used in this industry is something that you should familiarize yourself with, so when you hear these terms, you know what they mean. Again, this is all part of doing your due diligence. Look at the state of the economy right now. There are owner operators out there who are currently still in the business. Some of them are struggling, some of them are thriving. But at this moment, trying to become an owner operator, it may not be the best idea to hop into the business right now if you don't know what you're doing. Now, obviously, in the case of this 18-year-old, he's more than likely not going to be jumping into it as an owner operator right now. I think he probably still has a few more years before he decides to jump into this industry. And he may have a change of heart in a few more years, who knows? But more than likely, this 18-year-old is not gonna go out and buy a truck tomorrow. So I think he has time to get the education and the blueprint on how to run this business, on how to do this business. Listen, I think that when it comes to a company driver and an owner operator specifically, I think there's pros and cons to both. There's arguments to be made for both, right? There's a sense of security when you're a company driver, right? Benefits, 401k, insurance, things of that nature. But being an entrepreneur, and I'm pro entrepreneur, I'm all for entrepreneurship. However, when it comes to entrepreneurship, just know that it's not easy becoming an entrepreneur. I know when you get on social media, when you get on all these social platforms, and you hear a lot of talk about you need to become an entrepreneur, you shouldn't work for nobody, you should work for yourself. A lot of times you only hear the positive side of it. It's like you only see the highlight reels. You only see the prosperity piece, right? You don't see the challenges they face. You don't see the adversity. You don't see people who have lost their businesses, or you don't see people who are really not generating any revenue. Contrary to popular belief, there are a lot of 9-to-5 W-2 employees that are making more than a lot of entrepreneurs out there. And not only that, I said this in a previous video, you can have a 9-to-5 and you can be an entrepreneur. You can do both. Who says you have to do one or the other? I know entrepreneurship, being an owner operator, it sounds sexy. It looks good in your bio when you put entrepreneur, and it's trendy. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people want to get into it. Really, they want the title, but a lot of them don't necessarily want to do the work or understand how much work is involved in becoming an entrepreneur. My only advice to anybody that wants to become an entrepreneur, you want to be an owner operator specifically, just get the information, reach out to people, talk to people who may have failed in the business and people who are having success in the business. I think both can help you in this business. So look, guys, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts about this. When it comes to company driver and owner operator, what are your thoughts? Should this person never become an owner operator? Should they just stay a company driver? Let me know in the comments. Look, until the next video, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Y'all take care. Peace.